Open. Send. There we go. What is going on? Let's forward that to the other email address then. Perfect. What's going on, G-Rated? All is good. Now, I tried the live before, but this laptop wanted to be slow as hell, so I switched over to the Mac. So hopefully my speed test show the Mac is performing about 200 times better than what the other laptop is. So hopefully the stream won't cut out. What's going on, Aqua Balls? How you doing, brother? What's up, Tavian? Yeah, I know. I kind of just fell off the face of the planet shortly before Pomona. I was so busy at work trying to make sure that, over that weekend, I wouldn't have to do anything for work that, like, I just didn't do anything with YouTube. Nice. I fed all of mine Saturday. Hey, Gay, how you doing? It's like I planned on doing a good video of the Pomona show, but I think over the whole weekend I got like 12 pictures and 2 videos. But Aquawalls, these right here, I'll never get used to the difference. Like if I point to them, it looks like I'm pointing to something else. But these tubs right here are the Pomona Show noodles. Yeah, I've heard that a couple of times myself. How come you're burying your babies over here? But only 2 of them. And they're cold. Your babies aren't supposed to be cold. Yeah, two of the 3 are. Oh, look at how cute. Oh. And we just happen to have 2 little baby girls. Yeah, those were some cool spiders. I'll maybe get into tarantulas at some point. Maybe once I have either a bigger place or my own place, as opposed to this apartment. What's going on, Gage? Tavia, yeah, I mean, I think you can do it in tubs. If you go back, because I just got this tub here, which has, or this rack here, which has the really nice 37 quart tubs in it. But I have my old rack that was right here. It was giant and an eyesore. It's like, I think it has like 27 quart tubs, so it's not really perfect for like your adult females and all that sort of stuff. But like I commented on your video, I think that if you want it, it's yours. You just got to figure out, you know, how to get it from here to there. And if I need to take it apart and like ship it, then we'll ship it. Like I moved it out to the garage for now because otherwise it's just inside taking up space that could be used for something else. Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure how heavy it is or any of that stuff, but we can figure it out. Rough estimate, I would say probably less than $100. It's uh, it's the XPVC, so it's not super heavy. It's uh, it's got 3 or 6 levels, and it has open sides, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And I can take it apart and package it up and do all that sort of stuff and give you write down instructions on how to feed the tape and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I figure if it was like FedEx, I mean, it was light enough that my lazy ass was able to um, carry it from my house to the garage. Oh yeah, yeah, pretty light. The only thing that I don't necessarily like about it is that number one, it is the open side, so the heat kind of dissipates a little bit more than I would like. Um, and then that like all of these racks have 4-inch heat tape, whereas it has 3-inch heat tape. But it still works. Hey, I'm back, Heather. Yeah, you can definitely cover the sides with something. I was just always too lazy to do that. But we do have other cool stuff going on over here. I don't know if it'll come through very well. And that there is still has some work to do on it, but eventually it's going to be the Blackballed Reptiles logo. Yeah, Ed and G-Rated were hanging out at my hotel room um, during the Pomona show, and I pulled out the laptop and started working on it, and put that together in probably, I don't know, like 35, 40 minutes or so. A couple of things I need to do to it, like the lettering is going to change. I'll probably do a couple of different variations to where there's no text on it and the snake takes up like the whole circle. Um, some different variations and maybe switch out the outer frame with a different shape. We'll see. Ugh. But let's see some snakes. Where are you? There you are. This here is an Indonesian dwarf ground boa. These are actually about half the size of what they will be. It's full grown, not much. What's going on, Maniac? At a maximum size, they will get to about 2 feet. They are colubrids, and so they're live birthers. And I actually got one male and two females, although one of the females is technically G-rated. All right, I gotta go get the plug for my laptop real quick. All right, there's that. Yeah, they're definitely a little different. And that is one of the, so that one was a female. This one is also a female. But she is actually smaller, believe it or not. So this one is even smaller than the other one. Yep, they are often called the bevel nose snake. At a maximum size, they'll get to be about 2 feet long, okay? And these guys definitely like to burrow. A little monkey. Definitely small boas. Yeah, absolutely. And I got all 3 of these ones from DM Exotics, which I'm sure you know. Oh, absolutely, Tavia. And I mean, the big thing is with these is by nature they're lizard eaters, right? So you want to either, if you want to keep them on lizards, you have to make sure that that you can get a supply of like house geckos or animals or something like that for them, or you can get them switched over to rodents with sensing and all that sort of stuff. So this one here is still on lizards currently, but I'm working on getting her on mouse pinkies. The other two are eating mouse pinkies already. They are captive bred, and with DM Exotics moving out of the country, I got a male and two females of these, so we can actually kind of continue this trend of a snake that really not many people are working with. They're not super expensive, but they are super cool. Yeah, he is an awesome dude. It's cool. As far as I could tell, um, there isn't, like the ball pythons with these, there are no morphs. It's just kind of luck of the draw on their patterns and coloring. Yeah, we were actually talking about that a little bit at the Pomona show, Gay. And I don't remember word for word exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of he doesn't want to do what everybody is doing. So he has always, kept things that are out of the norm. And then all of a sudden, when it comes cool, he's the only guy that's got it. So everybody has to go to him. And I thought that was awesome. That was brilliant. Come on, little monkey. Go on. Go on. Oh, definitely. I think so. I mean, it's a shame. Like he's moving out of the country in what, like 18 months. So he's selling off a lot of what he's got. He's still here temporarily. Temporarily, it's like 18 months, something like that. Yeah, I guess closer now. It's like 17. Pomona was like what? Almost, I don't even know. Like almost a month ago. So it's closer to like 17 months now. All of the rodents are doing good. We've got we've got three down here at the bottom that are pregnant. We've got two right up from that just had one litter of babies. The other one, I think she'll probably go in a week or so. We got this pretty girl. Oh, no, yes, you're such a good girl. We got we got these little nuggets. Hi, little girls. And that one. And we've got that one. And we got that one. And we got little Miss Penelope. And they are currently paired with this big guy. And then I've got this guy and this guy, which I'm actually going to give both of these to Ed. And then I've got this guy. No, pretty much everything that you just saw are not feeders except for the little teeny tiny babies. Those are of course feeders. Everything else are you know, my holdbacks and so like the three females, these three females, they'll be breeding soon-ish. Crazy thing is, and I need to figure out the genetics on this, right? Because she's obviously white with a little bit of tan stuff, and then she's got red eyes, so she has the albino gene. Her sister is the same way. Hey, Sheila, come here. Her other sister is the same way, and then you have this one that is different, right? So black and white, black eyes. Now her parents their parents are Penelope and this guy. So not too sure about the genetics there. Yeah, I thought so too. And that's actually one of the reasons why they are being kept. You know, I mean, obviously I breed them for food, but I do offer, you know, anybody that wants one of the babies as a pet. You know, and every single one of my rats has never bit me. Penelope will give me little love nibbles every now and then, but never like even enough to scratch the skin. So she'll give me little love nibbles, but aside from that, none of them have ever bit me. And all the babies, I make sure I handle all the time, just so that they kind of get used to my hands in the cage, get used to being held, all that sort of stuff. Indeed, they are. I can't say I've never been bitten by any of them. None of the ones that I have currently have I been bitten by. When I first got into rat breeding, I bought 3 females and 1 male. Actually, the male that is currently being paired, he's the first male that I got. All 3 of the females are dead. 2 of them bit me, so they died swiftly, and the other one was just really old. So yeah, I had the one. Yeah, that's I mean pretty much all of them that I have here, aside from like Penelope, and a couple of the others that I've got. Um, None of them were born. Because the 2 males that I'm giving to Ed are actually a product from that first litter. Penelope's a product from the first litter. Um, my ew, don't eat the poop. Don't eat the poop. That's gross. That one there, she's a product from the first litter. What up, ZTK? But aside from that, all of the others are what, first, second, third generation, except for these new ones are 4th generation. What is going on, KY? So what's crazy there, Gay, is like all the babies from my biters, I moved them in with the non-biters, so they were raised with my non-biters, and they all turned out perfectly fine. I don't know what that is or what, but as far as me, if any of them bite me, they're gonna die. The way I figure it, it's either me or them. Indeed, Tavian. Rat bites do hurt. I think rat bites hurt more than paper cuts. Oh. Since we have some newcomers, I have to show this off again. Sorry for the people that have been here. Maybe if the other laptop didn't die. It did not. Yeah, it's not quite done yet, but it's getting there. I need to change the font out a little bit, and I want to do a couple of different variations of it, and then I'll ship it off to my sticker makers, where they're gonna make some stickers for me. I may do some G-rated stickers as well, but my main supplier for stickers is probably going to do some sticker for me. So probably like some 5x5 stickers, and then I'll do like some 3x3s. And then they're going to do some branded packing tape, so that when I start having clutches and I can start shipping them out, my packing tape will actually be branded tape, which will be cool. I may have them do some embroidery patches. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. They will literally do all sorts of stuff for me. Yeah. Right. And it'll be the heavy duty tape, like actually like what's on these boxes here. It'll be this, this heavy duty tape. Which I should open this box. Scissors will work. My back hangout turned into box opening. The contents of this box have absolutely nothing to do with reptiles, but it is an object that I have needed for a desperately long time, and I'm talking years. That is an alarm clock. I use my cell phone as an alarm clock, and that works most of the time, except for when it's dead. This thing is like really, really tiny. See you, Tavian. Have a good night, brother. I'm actually thinking of getting at least one thing of mice to breed. Mainly because I have the snakes that are on mice. But because I only have to buy 3 of them, it's not worth the money for me. All right, well, that is definitely wrong. All right, we want it in. Hold the minus button to stop the WWVB search. Mice breed like crazy. Okay, on. PXT. There we go. It is definitely not 2012. It is 2019. And it is definitely not December 31st. One, 28. There we go. All right. All set. What's going on, Ed? Have a good night at work. Yeah, that's about where I was too, Heather. About $100 a week, maybe a little more. I haven't quite completely replaced, but it's getting there. You're not going to be a meanie today? This one right here is a freaking meanie. Every time I open her tub up, she just wants to strike. I do, actually. Go on. So which? Let's go. We'll go with these guys, which is actually the females. So have the beautiful pastel lesser that went to the fire. And then we got the pastel that went with the yellow belly. And I think she will probably go this year. But that is all I, come on, let me go. No, you got to go back in there. That is all I have that's really the size. But and then I did get this guy, but I don't have anything for him just yet. It sure does. Which, how much do you weigh, buddy? Where is... Right, so he's 866 grams. Get you some water. Yeah, I think, what do I have? What do I have coming up? Because I've got the 3 males that are ready. She's she's not going to be ready for some time. She's not going to be ready for some time. You've got this jackass. The Enchi Het Pied. He's about halfway to size ish. He's about 458 grams. This one is going to take a long time. He's just a little baby. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Don't do it. No. This yellow belly, he's probably about the same size as the Enchi Het Pied. $534 grams. Baby, 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 baby. This GHI female is definitely nowhere close to being to size, but she is gorgeous. 415 grams. What do I have down here? A female Het Pied. That's my fire het clown. My blackhead. What are you doing, little monkey? What are you doing? This little girl here wants to come say hello. Yeah, now what's cool about that one, Maniac Morph? So this is Heather still here? Remember in I think it was Old Troy City Reptiles Live. I was talking about the Pastabi that I bought. So this is actually her. I bought her as a Pastabi. Her pairing is a Super Phantom. Yep. Her pairing was a Super Phantom male to a Vanilla Scream female, which the Vanilla Scream is essentially a vanilla firefly. So in that, there is no Mojave. So she was deemed to be a vanilla phantom instead. That's the thing. That's why I said it's like, well, I look for the Pastabis because of that. So I think I paid like $85, something like that. So for a Pastabi, I already got a screaming deal. For a Vanilla Phantom, I just ripped them off. But it was really their mistake because they didn't know what they had. But back to the GHI. So one of the things that I'm doing there is we've got this girl here, nice dark GHI. And that's a crazy thing too, Heather, is the person I got that snake off of did actually breed it. They just marked it as a Pastavi because that's what they thought it looked like. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. So this one I think is probably going to tag me. Not this one, but this one is probably going to tag me. So I'm going to put her away. But we've got that GHI that I'm dealing with. And she will, come here, little butthead. She will eventually be bred to this boy, which is another GHI. Absolutely, that's what we're going for. Try to get the super GHI out of it, and then we'll take that GHI and we'll play around with it, and throw something in with like my Enchi. Then who knows? Maybe we'll pull some recessive into it. Sky's the limit, really. I don't know. Maybe take them and put them with this bad boy. Put them with the Banana Mojave. Damn. Yeah. So what I was saying was, because I have the two GHI, so we'll go the blackout eventually. Put them with like some Enchi, maybe some recessive stuff in there, and then I pulled the Banana Mojave out, because that's always an option with the GHI too. Nice. Yeah, this guy here is Banana Mojave. He is 50% het for clown. But what I am most looking forward to is this guy, which is a fire 100% het for clown. I am looking forward to him being able to be paired up with her, which is a fire that's also 100% het for clown. And then, of course, we have my baby girl. And Firefly, there we go. And this guy. Come on, Rose, Jack. Then, of course, we've got these two going on here. We got Rose, the Super Mojave, that is 66% het for albino. And we have Jack, the Mojave Spider, that is 100% het for albino. Very nice. That'll be a nice snake. Yeah, I'm just shooting for. What the heck is up with this camera? Not being in focus. There we go, kind of. I'm just shooting for any clutch at all this year. So hopefully one of the two. I can be making what the pastel yellow bellies, or with this one being a pastel that went to, or actually this one that went is the pastel lesser that went to the fire het clown. If she goes, then I've got, like lesser fireflies. Everything will be 50% het for clown. And all sorts of awesome stuff coming from that. Though I still have to take my heat tape and put it into my incubator, get that all set up. See, I need more adults, but I know if I buy more adults, then I'll just have a lot more snakes. So I'll wait for all mine to grow up, but it does mean that I have to wait and wait and wait. So this year I'm hoping for 1 clutch, 2 at a maximum. Next year I'll be looking at really about the same thing because none of my females are going to be ready. The year after that, I should be relatively close to having some females. But probably not a ton. So I might be looking at like 3 or 4 clutches at that point. But by the year 2022, then pretty much everything here should be ready to go. Oh, I actually forgot about the Indonesian dwarf ground boas. They should actually be, they should probably be ready maybe next year too. to start pairing up, or at least the male and one of the females. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure. I figure, what do we got? I need to finish my tracking system so I can just keep track of all this. Right, like she's 146 grams. Obviously not going to be breed worthy anytime soon. This calico female, 142 grams. She's semi-close. She's about, what, a quarter of the way there. Cuddles, the normal. Come on. You got yourself all wedged. Cuddles, the normal. It's 257 grams. Where did I put the feeding tongs? There they are. The next one I have to pull out actually is really mean. She's kind of a freaking nightmare sometimes. I pulled her out already, but she likes to strike when I open her tub. So right, so she's 800, so she might be, but she's also a normal, so we'll see if I breed her when she's ready. I don't know. Oh yeah, hopefully they break through like that 1,500 gram ceiling. What do you generally wait to breed your females at, Heather? Everybody has like that different magic number. Welcome back, KY. That's kind of where I've been planning my number as well, is right at around 1,800 grams. What's going on, RK? That's actually my problem with this calico boy. Like, this is actually one of the snakes that brought mites into my place. got it all cleaned up now, but ever since I've got this guy, doesn't seem to be too interested in food. So I still offer him every week, but he's eaten once since I got him, but he hasn't lost any weight, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, KY, I do. So everything in here is all ball pythons, but I do have these guys, and actually let's go with, because you're a teeny tiny one. Where did you go? There you are. Hey, Dominic. Hi, wife. So I've got these guys, KY. These little monkeys are awesome. And then we have the male. Yeah, we get to clean your water out. All right, Maniac, have a good one. And then, of course, we got my male right there. As you can see, these guys are squirmy little noodles. Yes, it is an Indonesian dwarf ground boa. So the size that he is right now, he will get about double that and stop. There you go, bud. I'll wash your bowl out before I go to bed. Yep, definitely a ground boa, and those guys are awesome. So I got the one male, which is the one that I just had in my hand. And then I have two females. Although one of those females is technically G-rated. So I'm gonna raise them both up, and eventually I'll breed them out, and we'll have some babies. Which I'm excited for those because those guys are they're live bearers, so I don't have to incubate any eggs. Nice. For sure, for sure. Less on the electricity bill anymore, or anyway. But thankfully, I'm all set up on my incubation. Kind of. I've got the fridge, which you can't really see, but we'll move the camera. I've got the fridge. I've got the heat tape. I've got the thermostat. Now I just have to put it together. Come do mine, Aqua Balls. All right, Heather, have a good night. I've been mostly more focused on this. Lots of math. So I don't have a fan currently, obviously, but the way that I pulled actually everything. What this actually, I don't know if it really had much of a motor. I did pull that out. That will stay out. But I did keep it mainly so that I can put it in that back space and weigh down the bottom if I need to. But have it removable so that if I ever need to move it, it's not 200 pounds. Aside from that, I do have some mounting spots up here that I can put a fan, and then the hole where the piping actually came into this area is completely free and clear, which I can expand if I need to allow more wires to go through it. But I'll get a small fan in there before I need to put some clutch, or before I need to put a clutch in there. But it's a work in progress. I have most of the things I need now. I just need to put it together and finish it. but I've been I've been mostly focused on this sort of stuff, which is all the drawings and measurements for the closets that I'm going to do, which you can't really see it here, but you know, the width of each one of these, and then there will be about maybe an 1/8 inch gap on either side, so about a 1/4 inch extra, and then an 1.5 inch border around the whole thing. But on this side, where do I have, what is this? Yeah, that's a pen. On the left side of them, and let me draw this out real quick. Right, so if that is the frame, the left side, so the rack will fit directly inside here perfectly, but I need a door to go on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to notch this whole thing out about a 1/2 inch. Not all the way down to the bottom or all the way to the top, but pretty close. So we'll notch that out, and we'll be able to put in a sliding, a slide in and slide out door, which at the end of it all, if you look down at it from the top, would kind of look like that, with this rounded piece being the back side, so that I don't have to compete with the square angle, meaning I can actually put it in there with less extra space. Oh, I can't just do it. I have to draw detailed plans for everything I do. Even at work, like if one of the other developers picked up an issue that I was working on, they would probably be done with it in about a day, maybe a day and a half. And I'll spend 3 or 4 days, because I'll spend the first day looking at the issue in depth and figuring out each and every step that I will probably have to take in order to get it done, and actually thoroughly plan everything out, step by step, what I want to do and how I want to go about it before I touch a single line of code. Yeah, kind of. I micromanage myself. But the ultimate goal for this whole area, which I've kind of outlined before, is these CB70 racks. I'll actually get a second one for here. I'll get 2 more and then 2 more. So right in the center of the wall, I'll have 3 CB70s. I will then have this double stack of VE6s, and then I have a single stack of VE6 here. On this side of the CB70s, I will have a double stack of the VE6s and a single stack or a single VE6 over here as well. So it basically covers the whole thing. The incubator will go up against the wall over here. I'll have little cubby holes across the top over every single double rack. So from here to about here, which you can't really see, to about here. And then the top of the VE6 rack, I'll raise up about 6 inches, bring it clear across to the wall, and I'll make a tabletop and then have some drawers for storage here for pretty much all of this crap. And then the same thing on this side, I'll have a tabletop going on top of the VE6 rack all the way to the wall, which covers the VE6 rack and the incubator. And then from there, and it's super messy over here, so I'm sorry. From there, I'll actually move the rat racks probably out to the garage, put a little heater in there on a thermostat. I'll probably get a single VE6 rack to go here, full of hatchling tubs, which will give me what, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, space for 18 hatchlings if I need it. Plus I actually have some more over here if I need it. And then I'm going to get one of the Reptile Basics or Vivarium Electronics I something rack. I don't remember what it is, but one of their racks for the colubrids and geckos and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, eventually I'll have more rat racks. I actually kind of just want to get rid of the rats altogether. You know, I think, especially once they're out in the garage, you know, it might be better, but you know, with people going by and all that sort of stuff, these guys like to fight with each other all the time. So we'll figure it out. I may end up just going back to the frozen thawed and all that sort of stuff, but yeah. All right, KY, have a good one. And that's the big thing for me. I mean, especially being inside the apartment is, you know, I mean, I moved them over here into the bedroom so that, you know, they weren't, you know, as noisy. But you know, I still, unless I change their bedding every couple of days, it's still, you know, the smell that I get content with. And then of course the noise. If I move them out to the garage, then I don't have to contend with that, but I will often forget that I have them out there and forget to check on them, and that's not good either. So I think if I decide to get rid of them all, I'll do that, and then I'll wait to start the breeding up again until I have a second facility. Not much. What's going on, Corporal Soto? Well, hello. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, being out in the garage, as long as really, as long as they have food, they stay at a decent temperature, which with a small space heater and a thermostat. So I probably get like a VE 100 thermostat or something to put them on. Um, so with all of that, and then if I just got a much bigger water thing, I could probably leave them for a week or so. But if I think realistically, if I go any closer to like every few days even, then there's going to be probably some issues with my neighbors because they all know I don't drive. But yeah, what is going on, D'Souza? Hey, what's going on, Clutch X? Yeah, I mean, on the spider gene, I mean, to me, it makes sense, right? Like, I have what do I have that has the spider gene? Um, Clown, normal, no, 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 no. I've got my Mojave spider. I know I have more spider than just him, don't I? Because I stopped buying spider specifically because I thought I had a bunch of it. I've got the spot nose Woma, which, and then the spinner blast. Yeah, so really, I guess the only spider that I've got at the moment is this little butthead, which is the spider Mojave male. But people say it's a neurological disorder, the head wobble. Whether or not that's true, I don't know because there's no real science behind it. Nobody has really dug into like the actual genomes and looked at what the causes the wobble. Nice. But here's the thing, Aquaballs. Do you have any scientific fact that proves that, or is that based off of what you've heard and what we take as fact? Right? Because a lot of people say it's a genetic deformity, although it's not really a deformity because their body itself isn't deformed. It's something in the brain which tells you that it's automatically going to be something neurological. But if it's neurological, is it something within a specific within the spider genome itself, or is it some other contributing factor or some other genome that is causing it to do it? And is it hereditary? Or is it really just a statistical anomaly? Because I have I have spiders like this guy. I don't really ever see him suffering with the wobble at all, right? I think that there are really just way too many questions to be asked in terms of like from a science perspective to consider anything fact with the spider gene. Yes, some have the wobble. That much we know. Yes, like epilepsy, it can come and go. Epilepsy is a hereditary disease in humans. Um, it can come and go. Is that the same case with the wobble in spiders? Right? We need more science to really back it up. But if you know me, which not many of you really know me, I have never been one to take what people say as fact. I trust what people say, but I want to verify it on my own. Right. I think, I mean, you could be something along those lines. They're aqua balls. Um, but if it was something along those lines, you wouldn't expect that in some spiders that they would show the symptoms today and then not show the symptoms tomorrow. You would, if it's something similar to like muscular dystrophy, uh, it would be something closer to, they just always have it. But if you go to like a neurological disease, like epilepsy, which like I have epilepsy, most of the time I'm fine. Sometimes I show the symptoms of seizures. Um, and then a lot of the times with the spiders, right? They have a problem differentiating between what's up and what's down. What can we equate that to? In humans, and the only thing that really comes to mind for me is vertigo, right? Where all of a sudden you kind of get dizzy and you don't know what way is up and what way is down. Again, it's a neurological disease. Vertigo, I don't think is hereditary though. So, does the spider gene go along those lines? Does it go along the epilepsy lines where it is hereditary? Like so many questions that just need to be answered by science. As for me, I love the spider gene. I love what it can do. I will breed it. If I get anything with a severe wobble, then uh, I may sell them as like a pet only, or keep them as a pet and not breed them. I think a severe wobble, you obviously don't want to breed. You want to uh, try to see if you can breed out the wobble. But I think a problem with a lot of breeders is that they don't necessarily go into it that far or want to spend that much time, trying to weed it out. They just take that all spiders have to wobble, and then just breed everything that they've got, and collect the green for it. Me, I'll spend 10, 15 years working on it if I have to, maybe even longer, um, and see where I get. Right. And yeah, that's an unfortunate circumstance with the spider gene. Yeah, of course I'm going to get the domain for that. Now I just have to find the time to build it. I need to find the time to build my Reptikeeper. I need to find the time to build my Blackballed Reptiles website. I need to find the time to build a million other things. Um, but we'll get there. it'll all happen in stride. We just need to find, as far as like the genetic hunter stuff, we just need to figure out exactly what we want on it and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I haven't been scared at all with my spider, but like I said, he doesn't really exhibit any of the spider wobble traits. Um, so yeah, clutch. Currently, yes, I am pretty much only focused on ball pythons. I do, of course, have the little baby rats. Here you go, mom. And I've got these guys. Which, where did you go? There you are. And then I've got these guys, which are Indonesian dwarf ground boas. As far as my best snake, oh, I guess it would really determine, under what category of best. Um, this one here is probably the best dill I ever got. She's a vanilla phantom female. Now, the crazy thing about that, Robson, is I bought her as a Pastavi, and I got a good deal for a Pastavi. And then I've got these two, which I'm looking forward to having up to size. She is an Enchi yellow belly / gravel, 100% het for hypo. And he is a straight up yellow belly / gravel, 100% het for hypo. So that's probably one of my cool pairs going on, coming up soon. I paid like maybe $90, Robson. Yeah. So for a Pastavi, I got a pretty good deal. For a vanilla phantom, I got a freaking steal. Now, as for my lovey snakes, that honor goes to this girl right here. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Sure, why not? And this is my little leopard girl. She's just a little pastel. And she's been paired with Gambit, my yellow belly male. And he is here. So big guy, Beck, what are you weighing right now? You need to eat. So he's actually lost a little bit of weight, not too much. So he's no longer going to be breeding this year. But yellow belly. Desert Ghost. I do not have any Desert Ghost in my collection. As far as that goes, I do have the two het hypos. I've got this little monkey. What else do I have? Yellow belly, het pied. This one's a cool one. Here, little monkey. So I've got my Orange Dream. And got my Spinner Blast. So I knew I had, see, and this one does have a little bit of a wobble, but really not too much. I knew I had more spider. Wake up. Here you go. And I don't really have any specific dream or not really. I do, however, want to get some cinnamon in my collection, and eventually I want to get or produce a blue ball python. Mainly just because I think it would be, no, that was a Spinner Blast. So pastel pinstripe spider. Got the big calico boy. I tried to get some tri-stripe not too long ago, but they weren't having the price I wanted to give them, and they just didn't want to get rid of him. So we'll get some another time. until then, we're stuck with quit your hissing. Oh, quit your hissing. Until then, we're stuck with this guy right here, the Banana Mojave, that is 50% het for clown. These ones will actually be really fun to breed together one day too. Right, so these ones will be fun to breed together someday. So we have the Fire Het Clown and the Fire Het Clown. Got some GHI, got a little bit of Enchi, got the Calico, got some Het Pied, got some normal, the Het Hypo. This girl is pretty cool. She'll be fun to breed with something someday. The Pastel Leopard. Aquaballs, I think this is the yellow belly you brought me. That's the yellow belly Aquaballs brought. Yeah, I kind of went on a buying spree. Hey, you can't go anywhere. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, he got a little bigger. At least you know he fed, or he gets fed. Orange Ghost is a Codom gene though, I believe, isn't it? It is not. It is a recessive gene. Learn something new every day. I do have some Pied. Oh, shut up, little asshole. So we've got this guy here, which he is an Enchi that is Het for Pied. So I don't actually have any Pied, but I have some Het Pieds. So he'll be ready to go soon-ish. Oh, come on. So I've got him that's Het for Pied, Het Clown, Het Hypo, Het Hypo. Ooh, well, hello there. I've got this squirmy little runt. She's just straight up Hetfer pied. There you go. I'll leave you alone. What else do I have? Blackhead, Vanilla Phantom, Orange Dream, Spot Nose Woma, Firefly, another Yellow Belly. I've got this guy to actually go with this female. So another male that is just straight up het pied. That way I can just get some pied. And then the Spinner Blast. I've got the Calico, the Fire Het Clown, the Yellow Belly, and the Meanie Normal. So yeah, that's basically the whole collection. But I do like this girl, my little Rose. Get used to it. And this one is actually Super Mojave that is 66% het for albino. And then I have a Mojave Spider that is, or well, the Mojave Spider that I saw, he's actually 100% het for albino. So with them, I'm going to try to pair them together and hopefully get some cherry bomb out of them. I spend some of my time with my little babies. With my little babies. You want to go back? Here you go. Come here, Mama. You okay? How you doing? Yeah, they are gorgeous. But I'm going for that cherry bomb. All right, Clutch, have a good one. I'll have to remember to start making more videos. I think one of the next ones is actually going to be of me drafting out my wall of closets. There you go. Here you go. You want to go back in your tub, huh? There you go. Good girl. Ugh. But yeah, it's 10. Hey. Yeah, I did a few. I actually cleaned out one entire tub of all its babies Saturday. They didn't like me. For the first day or so, they were like frantic looking for their babies, but now that I think they're good. To have how many snakes do you have, Aqua Balls? Or let me rephrase that question. How many rodent eating animals do you have? Yeah, I need to get some. If I stick with breeding rats, then I need to get some mice too. But I just don't want them in the house. You have 27. Why do you? So why do you need so many? Oh, you power feed. You know, I fed. I mean, for some snakes, I totally get that. I fed some, about this size, to some of my snakes. that don't have an aggressive feeding response. Without too much issue, I just have to keep an eye on them. 11 pythons and 2 tegus. Very nice. I'd love to get like some tegus, like a dwarf caiman, you know, some interesting things like that. But I'll wait. Until I get a second facility, like a separate facility for the business, as opposed to just being in my house. Especially being in an apartment where they like to do inspections, and yeah, they don't exactly know that I have all these animals. But we've got some plans to fix that. I just have to get them out of here. But I have been on this live. Females are nasty. You know, crazy enough. So I have one tub that is full of nothing but males, and it gets way more stinky than any of my tubs with females and babies. Damn, 20 aquariums. I used to have, before I got into the snakes and all that sort of stuff, at my last place, before I moved here where I have a water bill, I had 13 aquariums in my apartment. Good night, aqua balls. I actually use I use a mixture. It's going to be kind of bad because the laptop is actually currently sitting on my tubs that I use to store them. Boom. Right, so I actually use kind of a mixture of this. Hell, why don't I just, I have a webcam that moves. So I use a mixture of this stuff and then you can't really see it, but because it's pretty much empty, but I have some Aspen as well. It does good. I can usually go, like, I usually change it like once a week. But if I go over by a couple of days, then my male's tub gets freaking crazy nasty. Now I will say the females pee more than the males do. For the rats or the snakes? 19 rats in this 6 layer, plus all their babies and them growing up and all that sort of stuff. So, like at the moment, I've got that 19 plus 12 more. I'm expecting at least 10 more here and 30 more down at the bottom. So I think once a month is probably pushing it. At least for me. Now, if and when I move them out into the garage, especially because I don't really have like any circulation in here, so it's like I don't have that air circulation to push any of that smell out anywhere really. I have my air conditioner, but I try not to run that. Um, but once I move them out to the garage and get them outside of here, I could probably go like every other week. Um, Freestanding stoves and accessories, wood pellets. So do you use just these, or do you do a mixture? Hmm. And this is actually pretty freaking cheap. I mean, they've got a few different brands at Lowe's. It looks like Bayou 40-pound wood pellets for $6. Golden Fire 40-pound wood pellets for $6. AP hardwood for $5. Pit Boss 40-pound wood pellets for $15. Hmm. Golden Fire, Green Team Platinum hardwood pellet fuel, $6.50. Might have to I might have to head over to Lowe's and pick some of these up. It looks like I can get the AP hardwood, or I can get the Golden Fire. I guess I could get the Pit Boss too, but $15. I don't think it's worth it. Not to just try it out and see how it works anyway. But who knows? I bet. And that's a problem. Like being in San Diego, it's like 70 degrees outside. Ain't nobody got a wood burning stove. Let's see. What kind of wood is this? Specifications. This one doesn't say what kind it is, what kind of wood is in it. Golden Fire wood pellets. Do you say what? This one is let's see, Golden Fire is 100% Douglas fir. It has a 4.5 average rating for burning. Best pellets out in the market. The best for our pellet stove. Golden Fire pellets. We buy a ton every year. Wife approved. Works as advertised. Some of these reviews are kind of hilarious. The more expensive ones. Yeah, it doesn't really. None of them say what kind it is except for the one. Holy moly. How in the hell is your electricity bill like $500? I think like let me log into my San Diego Gas and Electric right now and see what my bill was last month. I think I view bill summary. It's actually at $0 right now. So my December bill was $128.85. Yeah, that's insane. The only time I've ever had a bill that was that bad was at one of my last apartments in Utah. Yeah, that's for my my gas and electric. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, Robson. You absolutely need to get a rack system. Um, you don't have to take my word for it, but I really highly like these Reptile Basics rack systems. The CB70s, they come in pieces, so you have to put them together. That's kind of annoying. The VE6s, which you can't really see it, but you can fit each shelf can fit 3 of these little hatchling tubs, or 2 of these, or one of these, which is good enough for a male ball python. So the VE6s are very convertible, all the way from hatchling all the way up to, you know, subadult or adult male. And then the CB70s are definitely for like your breeder females and your very large males. And they're relatively cheap. These ones come put together. Like this one is actually 2 of these. Right, so we take like this one is the same as what's right here, and then I have another one stacked up here. If I wanted to, I could actually take this whole thing and I could stack it up on the top. And then they've got the drawers that you can get to put in here so that, you know, as I'm dealing with the snake or whatever, pull it down here, put it back up. And then of course the CB70s. And one of the cool things about these, which I actually really like to show off, because this is a plastic rack, right? It's the XPVC rack, just like normal. As you can tell, I am not a light man. I'm like 260, 250-ish something. And I am standing on top of my rack. No, these are all they're all Bavarium Electronics. Got them from Reptile Basics. Good Lord, all time. I think at that point is you should just like start getting some solar. But yeah, like, and then of course I've got since I have the Bavarium Electronics racks, I have the Bavarium Electronics thermostats. So, and I can actually, if I wanted to, these are cool. If I calculate how much wattage is actually in each one of these racks, I could do so. Like the thermostat that's on this one is actually equated for, it's a BE300X2. So it's equated for 900 watts total. So what I could do is if I figure out, you know, exactly how much wattage is in each one of these, it's likely that I could take a couple of these, plug it into the back of it, and actually use one thermostat. Or right now it's running both of these, but I almost guarantee that I could run the one thermostat on all four of these. But I don't do that. I have a VE300 for this. I have the VE300X2 for this one. I have the VE300 for this. This is the VE200 that is going for my incubator. But we'll get there. Damn, all time. I hope you have do you do all that at your house all the time, or do you have a separate facility? Yeah. Oh no, I think by the time I have 70, by the time I have 70 snakes, I hope to have, figure I've got 30 here. I don't plan on getting too many more. I've got, you know, some space, but not all that much. Most of my females, I'm going to need more of these before too long. But figure I've got what? I've got 29 ball pythons now. So another 40 to go. I think it's 29. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. I got to be missing one somewhere. Or, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah. I don't plan on getting any more because I do have, like, I don't necessarily need to get anything. But if I get, if I'm able to get like a really good deal on something that I don't have, that would be really cool to pair with, like my calico male or, you know, something for that instance, then I'll probably pick one up. But, you know, figure, because I've got the calico, I've got the firehead clown, I've got the yellow belly, I've got a normal, the Super Mojave, the Calico, the Enchi Het Pied, GHI male, another male yellow belly, a female GHI, a female fire het clown, a male banana Mojave het clown, another female normal, an Enchi yellow belly / gravel het hypo, a male yellow belly / gravel het hypo, the pastel leopard, the female het pied, the male blackhead, the male spot nose woma, the orange dream, the vanilla phantom, the firefly, what is that? The Mojave spider, het albino male, another yellow belly, the het pied male, and then the spinner blast. And then of course I've got the pastel and pastel lesser there. Right, I got a lot. I have some things that I can, you know, pair together with time. I don't have to get anything new ones. I actually think, let's see, how many males I've got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 13 males. So I do have more females than I have males. But at least in this place, the maximum number of females that I will have is 30. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily need the orange dream. She's a little baby. Come on, quit being a butthead. You. Say hi. Yeah, she looks good. She's I don't remember exactly who I got her from, but I got her from somebody, obviously. But you know, I've got a bunch of stuff to work with. I don't necessarily need to add anything more. No, she is only Orange Dream as far as I'm aware. Um, the only lesser that I've got is this girl here. Right, and this girl here is, you're bending my finger back. You can't do that. And this girl here is, of course, a pastel lesser. And she's a lovely girl, aren't you? Aren't you? Nice. I paired her with my fire het clown. So I'm hoping uh, to get some stuff out of her this season. Um, figure fire and the pastel to get fireflies. Add the lesser on into that, and then of course anything that comes out of them, because he's 100% het for clown, will be 50% het for clown. So. And then, and of course, we got my biggest girl. Oh. Which is just my normal regular pastel. I am not a rat. Don't even think about it, little monkey. That's my little lover. That's my little lover, huh? Huh. You're my little lover. Pastel lesser with a super Mojave. I want to get some visual albino actually. Um, just straight up base visual albino in my collection, probably a male. Specifically because of her, right? Because she's 66% het for albino, but she is a super Mojave. So if I get a visual albino male and breed him with her, if she is not albino, then everything everything that the two would produce would be het for albino, which means I could then take a female Mojave from there and potentially, hopefully, me breed that female Mojave with my Mojave spider over here and make a super Mojave albino, which would actually probably be a better odds of trying to do it with her, because she is only 66% het for albino, so I've got like a 4.2% chance of hitting a cherry bomb. Yeah, it's where'd my clock go? It's here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I should probably be headed to bed myself. I've been on the live for almost 3 hours, so y'all have a good. Yeah, I mean, even with my Super Mojave and the 66% het for albino, and then my Mojave Spider that's 100% het for albino. With that one, yeah, it's like 4.2% chance, but normally off of like even a Super Mojave that's 100% het to a Super Mojave that's 100% het, where you're guaranteed to get a Super Mojave, you know, but you're not guaranteed to get that het. It's still only like a 6% chance. So it's like crazy amounts of time to go into getting the cherry bombs. It's going Slash. I'm getting ready to head off here. I've been on this live for what, 3 hours now? Almost 3 hours. Oh yeah. Never too late for an energy drink. It's gone now, so I can go and lay down and go to bed. All right, good night, Robson. Have a good one. Oh, but yeah, Slash, everybody else, I am going to log off, go to bed, because I do have work early in the AM. So yeah, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and share and do all that sort of stuff. Basically, just watch the chat over on this side of the screen at this point and do everything that Robson tells you to do, which at the moment is just hit the like button. So, adios. See you later.